What's up? What's up, party people? Welcome back to Journal Party Live. Alex Gallner here. Excited to get into another journal jam session with you all. Go ahead and say what's up in the chat. Let me know who's here, and give everybody a few minutes to show up. We're actually streaming to X in addition to the other platforms this evening. See how that goes. We don't have much of an audience there, so we'll see. Probably get some randoms. All right, we got Valerie here. What's up, Tina? From Cincinnati. Mary, good to see you. Missed the last 3 weeks, Don. Oh, we missed you. Happy you're back. Tonight's going to be interesting. We're getting a little bit out of the heady stuff. I know we went pretty deep into the archetypes with the shadow work stuff, and this one should be a little bit lighter. It's about friendship. I've got a buddy who I've known since high school, who, I used to be roommates with him once upon a time, and he moved away to Chicago, and now he's visiting our house here for a few days, and so I was like, let me put together some prompts about friendship. Have some fun writing about that today. So hope you guys are excited. Got Ruby checking in. What's up, Ruby? Barb from Kentucky. Elizabeth Ann, good to see you again. All right. Getting some people showing up. As usual, we'll give it till about 5 past before we start digging into the prompts. And actually, as usual, let me know if you're new. I like to haze the newbies. Just kidding, we won't haze you. I just like to let you know what we do so you're not lost. Interesting. It says I can't post comments to some destinations, so I guess that's X. That's the new platform that we're adding the stream to. Oh well. I think we'll be okay. All right, some more people showing up. Pretty good. Yeah, if you're just showing up and you don't know what's going on, let me know. Let me know in the chat, and I'll give you the rundown of what we do here. It's almost 5 past, and so it's almost time to get this party started. Jeanette, hello. All right, so I guess it's probably about time for me to start setting up the stream here. So if you got your journal handy, you probably want to open that up to a fresh page, and I will get the app open here. If you don't have the app, it's probably a good idea to get it. You don't need it for tonight because I'll be streaming it here on the computer for all of us. But we do have a mobile app, and you can also just go to journalparty.com and access the browser-based version. And it's basically just a guided journaling platform that we built for you all. And instead of what most people probably think of when you think of a journaling app, you don't actually write into the app. So this is meant to be a companion for your journal. We don't want to store all your private thoughts or anything like that. So you just open it up next to your journal, and it will guide you through the whole process with various prompts and things like that. So we got free stuff, we got premium stuff, we got the live stuff. If you're in therapy, we got stuff for that too. Got some video prompts, all sorts of stuff for beginners. It's fun, so you should check it out. But anyway, for tonight and for most Wednesday nights, that's usually when we get together, we like to usually debut our premium programs. And so tonight we've got our newest program, and it's about friendship. So it's called The Role of Friendship. I felt like we needed to round out the relationships category here in the premium section. So 10 prompts tonight. It's going to be 3 minutes per prompt. And, if that's not enough time for you, feel free to go back and, you can either use the player controls to pause and skip around if you have premium, or you can also just go through, find the Journal Party Live section and watch the replay. And that's free always. So good to know. Anyways, so here's the Power Prompt playlist for tonight. It's going to be 10 prompts, 3 minutes per prompt, like I was saying. And I'll just read the prompts, and it'll count us down with the timers. And we'll just keep moving through it. And then at the end, we will share our insights and stories and whatever else. Just hang out as a community. So if anybody's got things to share, anything they're celebrating, or anything that they're going through, need support, anything like that, that's the place to do it. So really looking forward to it. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole week. It's a nice little way to get over the hump. And, as we grow, this thing gets more and more fun. So, in the spirit of friendship, I'm really grateful that you guys are becoming my virtual friends here. So with that said, if everyone's ready, it's actually 7 after now. So let's get this party started. I'll hit the Start Now button and start reading those prompts. Alrighty. First prompt of the night. First friend. Reflect on your earliest memory of a friend. What made that friendship special? All right, get ready for your next prompt. Friendship teachings. What is the most important lesson you've learned from a friend? All right, your next prompt is changes over time. How have your friendships evolved as you've aged? Consider the nature and depth of these relationships. distance and connection. Write about a time when physical distance challenged a friendship and how you overcame it. The ideal friend. Describe qualities of your ideal friend. Do these qualities reflect what you offer in friendships? Okay, friendship and growth. Think about a friend who has significantly contributed to your personal growth. How did they influence you? Difficult times. Share a story about how a friend helped you through a difficult period in your life. Misunderstandings. Recall a misunderstanding with a friend and how you resolved it. What did it teach you about communication? I gotta change this music. Real weird. All right, next one. The role of fun. Write about the most fun moment you've experienced with a friend. Why does it stand out? Looking forward, imagine the future of a current friendship. What do you hope it looks like years from now? All right. We did it. How'd everybody do? Let me know. So if you're new here, typically what we do after we finish the prompts is we take some time to take a look over our journal entries there and see if we emerge with any insights that we want to share with the tribe here. You never have to share exactly what you wrote, but oftentimes we emerge from our journals with some little nuggets of wisdom, insights that are fun to share with each other. And if you did that, please do share, because as we grow and journal with each other, it's nice to benefit from the collective. And of course, I understand it takes some time to go through that and type everything, and there's a bit of an internet lag. So usually I like to start us off. So this one was fun for me. I mean, how could you not have fun just like thinking about your friends and all the good memories that you've had? Right off the bat with that first question, just thinking about like your first friends, I had kind of an interesting insight. I don't know. I don't even know if I'd call it an insight, just as like so much as like a weird curiosity or question that kind of came up. And I was just thinking of like, what is like my first memory of having a friend? And I mean, pretty much like as far back as I could go, I just remembered sitting across like the lunch table of preschool. And it was my friend Jeff Berger. And he was like one of my first friends. And I guess I must have made friends with him like that day or whatever. I'm not sure, but I just remember like, okay, this is my friend. And he was sitting across from me, and like we had like maybe swapped lunch, and I just remember like, sitting across the table from him, like just looking at each other, smiling, and thinking like, oh, this is my friend. This is what a friend is. And like, it kind of occurred to me that like, oh, as I'm looking back at like, oh, what is, what was like my first friendship? And I was thinking like, well, I wonder if that's like what like the first friendships at all kind of looked like, right? Like just, like smiling at somebody and maybe sharing food, right? Like what I wonder what like the first friendships of mankind looked like. Maybe something like that. I don't know, I'm not a primatologist, so I could be totally wrong, but that was just something that came to mind there. Let's see, we got some comments here in the chat here. Okay, so Laura says, thank you for these prompts. I gained a lot of insight regarding a past relationship and just how much I missed that relationship. Oh, that's really sweet, and I'm sorry if that's something that you've lost. That's one of the things with some of these things, right? They can be kind of bittersweet, right? Nothing in this life is really permanent, but I do think it's nice to hold a little space for some of those sweeter moments, even if it is a little bit bittersweet, because even when you lose something, I think just even if you're feeling the pain of that loss, what a beautiful thing to have loved something or enjoyed something so much that you feel that way, right? So I don't know the color of that relationship or what it all meant to you, but thanks for sharing that. Appreciate that. And then the music ends right as I said that. All right, we've got another share here. Dawn says, this was a great subject as I just spent a long weekend with 10 of my best friends in DC. It was amazing, and we hope to make it an annual trip to different locales. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking I should lock in some friend trips, especially because I'm about to get married, and like, as I sign my life away to my future wife, it would probably be helpful if I had some boys trips that were just like locked in, some dude trips. Actually, what made me think of that? We were watching that movie, and you guys see Ricky Stenicki. It's real stupid, but I actually really loved it. They like make up a fake friend, and they use him to like create all these excuses, and they have all these I don't know, the friend trips with him and stuff like that. I don't know why it made me think of that, but that's awesome. Yeah, 10 of your best friends. If you can get 10 of your friends to go do something, I need to know your secret. Getting like 3 of my friends to do anything is nearly impossible. It's like herding cats. So do share. And on that note, thanks for the share, Dawn. Appreciate you. So Laura says that's really beautiful. Yeah. That's probably in reference to the love and loss thing. I guess the last 10 years for me were a bit of a season of loss, and that's something my counselors were very helpful with. And so, yeah, you got to find ways to make sense of these things, right? So I hope that was helpful. All right, let me get some more music jamming. Okay, Jackie says this was fun. Well, I'm glad it was fun. I was trying to look at the view counts. We have most people still coming in off of Facebook. Very few people on YouTube. So we got to get some more YouTube subscribers. So if you're on this and you're like a regular Facebook person, please head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe, because we need a boost there. Oh, whoa, I totally missed a share here. Jackie, I'm so sorry. My earliest memory of a friend was while I was in grade school. My friend had a huge family with many siblings. It was always the best organized chaos. LOL. It was my first understanding of purchasing in bulk, think Sam's Club, because they would have these huge tubs of PB&J. I grew up with just my brother who was older than me, so this friend and her siblings were my age, and we grew up together. I still keep in contact with them. Wow. Sorry, I'm just taking this in. I want to make sure I'm understanding everything. My reading comprehension on these things is, it might be ADHD. Although I think that's maybe common for people to claim. I should go get that checked out. Okay, so yeah, sweet memory. Awesome. Well, thanks for the share, Jackie. Appreciate it. Dawn says, do it. Elizabeth Ann says, this brought out some very significant human beings in my life and sparkly moments I shared with them. I'm very blessed and honored to have shared my life with them. Good. Yeah. Friends are so important. And as I was going through this, I was just thinking about like the evolution of friendships, and like, I'm lucky that most of my friendships now are like old friends that I've kept a long time. And I was just thinking of, where they started and where they are now. And it's just like the things that we used to do and think and talk about and care about, like the subject matter has changed. It used, to be like, oh, like Ninja Turtles. And now it's like, oh, retirement funds and stuff like that, right? Just so different. But it's really cool when you can have a friend that like stands the test of time. I was just thinking that I actually really enjoyed the prompt that was more focused on like imagining a future, friendship now in the future. And I was just thinking like, I have a particular friendship that I'm really fond of, and I was just imagining the two of us like as old farts, just like having same heart and soul, like still shooting the shit in the same way, but like, maybe just, hopefully we're eating at nicer restaurants and, nicer houses, nicer views and all that, but it's just old farts. I'm actually looking forward to it. Yeah, that's been a challenge for me. I've been resisting getting older, like really, really hard. And honestly, I think having good friends is like maybe what is making it easier. Because, you see your friends, actually, one of the things that's easier is all my friends are going bald before me. I shouldn't say that because now I'm going to go bald. But seeing them age a little bit faster than me, I'm like, all right. Although that's also equally terrifying. There's a medication I'm on right now. One of the side effects, I've been losing some of my hair because of it. I'm like, oh no, here it comes. But then, whatever. I'll just hang out with all my bald friends and we'll have a grand old time. It'll be great. Tina says, got to make time to have fun with my friends, of course. Took time to heal myself, and I lost a few of my close friends. That's tough. Yeah, the other thing, I didn't really, there wasn't really a whole lot of touching on this, at least not for me in the writing, or, specifically in any of the prompts. But another thing that I've observed is like how friends can kind of weave in and out of your life. And, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know how you guys feel about that. On one hand, I think, there's something to be said about grace, especially if it's somebody, who's maybe done you wrong, or somebody that you've written off or something like that. Because people could change. And, I've had friends who have kind of walked out of my life and, have changed, and they've come back, and, now they're better people and better friends. Yeah, there's also something to be said to sticking to your principles. So I don't know. And then there's just those friends that are just solid gold, right? Those ones that have stuck with you. And actually, I have one friend who, there was that prompt where the distance one, a friend who's, the one that was talking about, if distance had ever been an issue. And one of my best buddies, we met in like first grade, and so yeah, I guess we've been friends for like 30 years. And I moved all the way across the country, and sometimes we're not the best at keeping in touch and calling each other and picking up the phone. But he's also like one of those friends where you just the second you start talking again, like it's like no time has passed at all. And there's something to be said about that, but I think like what actually maybe got us through it is sort of like the word that's coming to my mind is faith, but I don't necessarily mean that in like a God-like sort of way. I just think that like it was sort of the thing, like when we were little kids, it was like, oh, we're going to be best friends forever. And just like knowing that and having affirmed that so much, like our whole lives, I think, our friendship will probably just stand the test of time, because like I just know this person will always be in my life as such a good friend. So that's how that one worked out for me. So I don't know, just interesting share on my end of the fence. All right, let's see. Mary says, I think it shows how stubborn I can be with relationships. I noticed that pattern when I did the prompts. Yeah, I can be stubborn too. That's an interesting trait. I guess, well, for me, I would articulate it as pride. I can be really prideful. I used to identify pride as like a positive thing. And actually, lately, I think I've been identifying it as maybe like on the higher end of like negative emotions. Because it's like, there's still some like ego in there, right? Not that all ego is bad, but I don't know. It's when I catch myself doing that, I always have to be like, get over yourself, dude. Not saying that you have to, Mary, but yeah, I don't know. I think one of the things when I was looking at like the one where what do you value in your friends, and I was just thinking like loyalty, compassion, kindness. I had this whole list, right? Tactful, sharp, integrity, and definitely most of those things. But yeah, if I'm honest, I, like any human being, I missed the mark, right? And so I think we could all do well to look in the mirror and extend a little grace and forgiveness to each other. But then again, there's some people who are just some schmucks. You can let them be schmucks in their schmuck corners for a little while, and then when they gather enough wisdom to be good people, you come back in your life, I guess. Real solid advice from the Journal Party Corner. On that note, one of my favorite little caveats here is I am not a mental health expert or anything like that. So, while we do get our journal prompts on good authority here, please see a professional if you're going through anything serious or anything like that, folks. This is just journaling with friends here. All right. Don Ray says, we kind of joke, not really, about a compound of tiny houses for us all to retire to. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Or maybe there's like a mini version of that where like you could like, I don't know, like rent a camp or something. I don't know. I have a good friend, he got married up kind of by Santa Barbara. There's a little town called Los Alamos, and it was so cool. They like redid this motel there to where it doesn't feel like a motel. It feels like something out of like Instagram or something. And it was so cool, like, because all the guests, like, we were all just hanging out, and they had this like bonfire, and there was like this just like totally communal kind of hangout thing with like all of our friends. And it was just like, like, not, not that it was all kumbaya and everything, but I don't know. There's something awesome about that, just that communal style, just, the ability to kind of come together and with friends. I think one of the things that's been like tough for me, especially in these last like 5 years with the lockdowns and all of that, is like I think we've all gotten maybe a little bit too comfortable with just like being isolated, and human beings are social creatures, and we keep building all these like platforms and stuff like that to be more social. I mean, we're on here and like we're trying to make journaling, which is like traditionally this solitary activity, we're trying to make it a social activity somewhat, right? And that makes it fun. But yeah, like I'm really eager to actually get some in real life stuff going for Journal Party, because I think the more I get back to connection, the more I just feel like a human being, if that makes sense. There's just something about it. But yeah, thanks for the share, Don. Tina says boundaries. Yes, boundaries are good. We should probably do another journal sesh on boundaries. We actually have a pretty good program in the premium section about that, I believe. Mary says, when I retire, I'm moving to the beach at Florida or Lake Michigan. That's what I'm talking about. I need to be looking at water. Lower that blood pressure. That's I think that's where girl Alex and I, that's my fiance. Her name's Alex too. We're looking at getting out of LA and maybe heading down to Orange County. Look at the beach. Look at the water. Go to Laguna or something. Cindy Sykes. Most of my friends live out of state or outside of where I live. It's hard trying to make new friends that live in the same town I do. I do talk on the phone a lot with them. Yeah, that does sound hard. Well, I mean, we can be friends. You're part of the Journal Party collective now, right? So hopefully that's helpful. Oh, okay. I messed up the music. We got some music back now. All right. Mary. One of the instances is where I lied to my cousin about eating my green beans in the cafeteria. Cafeteria food is still a little... Of course it's gross. It was canned green beans that were watered down. Oh, man. Yeah. Interesting share. Cindy says thanks. All right, well, folks, we're coming up on the hour. And, I guess, the chats, if you're one of the folks who's joined us on X, formerly known as Twitter, it's not letting me chat to you. So I don't know if you're typing stuff. I'll have to check my profile later or whatever. But yeah, happy to, I see there's definitely some people who signed into the stream there. So, yeah, we do this every week, or at least we try to, usually on Wednesday nights. So this is what we do. We're a little self-reflective collective known as Journal Party, and this is Journal Party Live. And so if you'd like to get down with us, please visit journalparty.com and download the Journal Party app. It's available in the Apple App Store as well as Google Play. You can also use the web app version. It's also available at journalparty.com. We got the Journal Party podcast released every Monday morning, hosted by yours truly with a little bit more groovy tunes. We did I found some good reggae tunes to drop in the last one. As always, you can feel free to share anything that you're going through, anything that you're working on. I love to get some good inspiration for the topics that we journal about. And yeah, it's what started out as a passion project, but it's growing, and it's the more people that join us, the more fun it gets. So please share, please leave reviews. It's anything helps. So yeah, with that said, I really appreciate y'all. This was a lot of fun. So thanks so much for journaling with us, and have a great rest of your week. And as always, party on.